Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Tokyo Dark. So it's been a little bit since our last episode. I've kind of been putting it off a little bit, mostly because I've been having trouble finding a walkthrough. I really wanted to find just a walkthrough where there was like a tree, like a visual, tree I could look at, of choices. Or if nothing else, at least, like, if you want to get this ending, do these options. If you want to get this ending, do these options. I can't really find that. And I think it's just because it's kind of a smaller game. This is the best thing I found, and it will allow us to get all the endings. But it's not written in a very easy way to do that. So, this is an achievement guide. And what it does is it tells you how to get these achievements. Which are basically choices that we had throughout the game. Which is fine. It's not, that part's not bad. But you keep scrolling down. And in order for me to... Right, so these are the ending achievements. In order for me to pick an ending I want to get, let's say this person, they did their first ending as the revenge ending. Oh, don't need to do that. If I want to get that, I need to get all of these achievements right here. So... I need to see what these achievements are. Then I need to scroll back up. Look at what these achievements are. Then scroll back down. Look at the next option. Scroll back up. So this is something I'd really like to print out. But the problem is, so there's spoiler tags all over the place. And as far as I know, there's not an easy way just to, undo spoiler tags. I want to be like, hey, just reveal all spoilers. I get it. I'm trying to finish. So that's kind of annoying. Now, the one good thing about all this is that it looks like there's a couple easy endings here we can get. I might knock those out first, actually. Then they group the endings into two separate endings. So they have the violent endings where I have to do all these achievements like before. Then I get a save point because I'm on New Game Plus. And then I can go and make these different choices to get these different endings. Once I get to the ending, I can go back to my save, come back again. It's not great, obviously, but it is an option. Then they have professional ones where I need to do these different achievements. And then come and I can get these endings. And then there's also a special cat ending, which has to do with all these little cat statues that I was clicking. I didn't get them all, apparently. I don't think. So we will make sure to do that this coming time. I don't know if I'm going to go for all of these. Right now, I'm going to definitely go for the other end. I want to go for the revenge ending that this person describes as their first playthrough. I want to get these two special endings because they're fairly easy and they lead to options that I'm kind of interested in. This last one is apparently a suicide ending, which is a little grim, but then again, the whole game kind of is. And then there's an insanity ending that I was also looking forward to seeing as well. After that, I don't know how many we're going to do, but we'll kind of play it by ear, and I'll let you know if it's something that I'm going to do. So, anyway, after this whole bit of talking, we're going to go ahead and get started with, maybe we'll do the lost ending first. So, I'm gonna start trying to set myself up for this first ending, and then if it doesn't work, I guess we can go back, but we're gonna go for the lost ending, which is, as soon as we get the option to start taking the pills, instead of just taking one pill, you just keep taking the pills until you die. Which is not particularly a great end of our story, but I guess it is definitely an ending that doesn't necessarily seem that far-fetched for a character considering how distraught she is about all this. So let's go ahead and get started. So like we mentioned before, we do have the skip option. That will save us some degree of time, but obviously we can't quite get through all of this that quickly, There's apparently a lot of skipping that, or a lot of just text clicking that we're gonna have to do, I guess that's our that's going to be our save screen, so we can make up to 6 saves, which will definitely help me get to some of these endings a little faster. Oh no. That was a bad option. Okay, well, apparently that is a secondary option to getting into the sewer is to flirt with him, and no thanks. Not interested in that. You know, I'm kind of curious what happens if I attempt to climb down without the rope. Let's see. Presumably that doesn't kill us. Yeah, we just take a nice sanity and investigation hit because we fell down the sewers. Anyway, I don't think a whole lot actually matters at this point for the ending I'm working towards. This backtracker ending, or this first ending. Because I'm heading for these other ones as well, but I figure if I can set myself up for this one, I won't have to go back quite as far. I think the important thing is that I need to make sure I don't reach negative 100 sanity, at least not too early. I want to get it for this insanity ending, but not for this other ending, so I don't want to do it too early until I'm ready to, you know, pursue it. Alright, so we're going to go for that ending. Now, I do just want to say, for the purposes of being a decent human being, don't do this, because it's kind of bad. But we are going to go ahead and take a lot of pills here. Doesn't really stop you, and the effects kind of lower with the second one, and I bet the third one we're going to get negative effects. Oh, nope, it's still going. Visions, hallucinations, they told me they would stop, but they're still there. I can't concentrate. Oh, you get a lot of sanity from that one. That's almost a good thing, you know, if we aren't about to die. What am I doing? None of it matters. Nothing changes. For a long time I took my meds for Kazuki's sake, but he's gone and it was my fault. I let him die. We were so close to having a life together. So close to being happy. My pain, my joy. Wanted to share it all with you, but I let you down. Failed you. Nothing's getting better. Nothing's going to change. I wake up and I don't know what's real anymore. I failed. This is kind of creeping me out a little bit, though. I mean, I get the whole game is sort of that way, but I don't like the idea of, you know, like purposefully making my character overdose on medicine and die. Can't lose control again. I can't. I don't want to hurt anyone else. I'm so afraid of going crazy. I want it to stop. I want my life back. Were we ever happy? Or was that an illusion too? I just want to forget about it all. Feeling drowsy. I was gonna say, they give you lots of options to stop doing this. I'm sorry, everyone. I couldn't do it all alone anymore. Kazuki, I'm coming to see you. Yami? Hey, are you alright? I heard a crash. Can you hear me? Sorry, it's unlocked, so... Oh god, are you okay? Get up! Hey, Yami, get a grip! Wake up! Please, wake up! Wait here, I'll get help. Aw, dang it. At least the cat came to the funeral. Alright, well that leads to a somewhat anticlimactic ending. It is a quick one though, so figured we could get that one out of the way. Doesn't look like I can skip forward, so I guess I'll have to watch through this. Anyway. It's probably going to be your easiest one. The rest of them I actually have to work towards. Including the insanity one, I have to get to -100 sanity, and then go to the suicide forest, where I'll then apparently go insane, rather than completing my task because I don't have any sanity. Something like that, so... unless something else happens, I will see you back when we're working towards that. Alright, so now that I got Saki out of here, with her love letter with Bando or whoever that guy was, I have the option to turn the cameras off, the CCT cameras off, which is the See No Evil. If you did Matchmakers, you have access to the CCTV and can turn it off. So we're going to do that, which apparently could get Saki into trouble. That, however, is probably better than punching the security guard guy. I know this will hurt you, Saki, but I need that mask, and I can't have anyone seeing me. So once I've turned off the CCTV cameras, I can now talk to this guy about the earthquake thing. And instead of beating him up, then I can now apparently go back into the elevator, go back up to the floor that our office is on. And there's a fire alarm up here we can pull. It's listed as one of the achievements, so I'm sure it's important. I guess maybe less violence? I don't know. Evacuation of the building will start almost immediately after I pull the lever. Unfortunately, it'll be a short window before they realize what's happening, so I'll need to get to evidence room quickly. Right, here goes nothing. Time to start moving. And look, they're all just gone. They evacuated quick. And that'll get him out of the basement, then I can just, I guess, pick the lock and not have to worry about getting seen. I think that's how that works. Or shoot the lock. Sure. We're already not being very professional. Might as well keep it going. She mentions when you try to climb down that they brought a rope and that you should have done that. If nothing else, at least it gives you the assurance that you're not using the old sweaty man rope, probably. Okay, so just a little bit of new dialogue when we come back to Saki and the police station. Yami, where'd you disappear the other day? Sorry, Saki, after the big earthquake in the morning, I decided to take off after the alarm went off. Geez, you and everyone else. Everyone was so jumpy. I'd never seen the building evacuate that quickly. But at least you got to meet with your beloved Bondo. Yeah, but I doubt true love will stop Yukimura from chewing me out about the cameras next time he sees me. Oh, yeah? What about them? Oh, it's the worst, Hayami. Someone switched them off when we were out of the building. I'm sorry, Saki, if I stuck around. No, it's fine. There was an alarm and I don't blame you. I hope he doesn't find out. It's making me a nervous wreck. I've worked under Yukimura for a long time, and trust me, if you haven't heard from him yet, don't bring it up. Besides, it seems like you and the new guy hit it off. Guess I don't need to apologize anymore, eh? Oh no, you're still going to apologize for every minute I sit here in fear of Yukimura at my desk. I'm thinking somewhere expensive. I haven't decided yet. So where are you going to take me? You know how much I like that French restaurant in Omotesando. Why don't we step it up and go to Paris? Make it a little girl's trip. The food and the clothes and the handbags makes me happy just thinking about it. And I remember Yukimura's annoyed face and the sadness creeps back in. Oh well, hey, with all the shuffling around, at least you can take a little vacation. It'd be good for you. Anyway, sorry, Yami. Yukimura said no non-active officers are allowed in today while they piece together what happened yesterday. That's alright. Doubt Yukimura'd want to see me anyway. And Saki, don't go expecting me to take you to Paris on a detective's salary. You can always put it on the credit card. Maybe that's why they won't give me credit cards anymore. Enough chat. If I don't stop now, I'll be talking with you all day. We'll catch up later, Kay? Au revoir? Bye, Saki. What the heck is this? Hold on. Commanded it to take a human shape and live among them in peace. To collect what was necessary to understand them. I know that voice. I've heard it before back at the shrine. I think this has something to do with the fact that maybe I'm like now kind of locked into this route. The revenge route, maybe? So instead of finding a plush for this girl, apparently I'm supposed to just push for more information, I believe. I'm sure the loss of Samuel is really difficult, but it's really important you tell me about this collector. This is more learning about the collector, by the way. Sorry, mistress, but like I said, I don't think she'll be much of use to you like this. This is too important. Mina, you need to tell me about the collector. Yami Nyan, what's all this hostility coming from? Don't make me ask you to leave. Push aggressively. Tell me about the collector. I can make a life a whole lot worse than losing some teddy bear. You following me? Well, do you? Stop, I'll tell you. See, that wasn't so hard. What do you know about this collector? I heard she studied fashion design. Okay, I don't think there's anything different at this point. So we can just skip the whole minigame entirely. Please leave. I don't know who you are. Thinking you can just threaten people to get what you want, but I don't think it will get you very far. We sometimes have some people around who will help escort customers out, but I don't want to call them. Just go. Well, we got our information. Made to talk. So that was an important one for us to get. Apparently next, we get to deal with Goto. You remember that guy? We'll do that in a second, but I want to go back to the cat cafe real quick. We're kind of going for the mean route here. So it looks like she wants us to find out what's going on with her cat, why her cat's sick, kind of thing, if I remember right. But instead, we're just going to force her to give information. No errands. I don't have time for this. You sit here feeding your cat street vendor fish and then get shocked when they get sick? Hey, what's with you all of a sudden? Maybe I didn't make myself clear. Asking you about the collector wasn't an offer to trade, and it wasn't a request. Well, like I said, I've got my hands full, and you seem like you're a cat lover, so... So what? So time to clean up your messes for you? No, I didn't say that. I'm investigating the disappearance of someone close to me. Maybe a murder. It's a bit more important than sick cats. What? And you think the cat collector is involved? Are you crazy? Look, if it's not serious, I'll just tell you. Please don't make a scene in front of my customers. And this is going to be the same at this point. And she keeps asking, like, all the people keep asking us to leave. So they're kind of upset with what we're doing here. I'm getting that sanity down, but I'm worried about it going a little too far and then me having to go back too far. So I'm trying to make it go down, but not, like, drastically, you know, go over 100 kind of thing. Alright, so now we have to go back to Shinjuku and deal with Goto, but we're going to deal with him a little bit differently than last time. So unfortunately, if you remember, earlier I flirted with him for some unknown reason. Guess to get information, maybe? Anyway, look at that creepy face of his. Anyway, girl runs off, and we can threaten him, tell him he's breaking the law, or we could just off him, which is what we're going to do today. Goto's eyes went wide as I leveled the gun. Never had it occurred to him that this might happen to him. His whole life he'd walked around like a king, abusing girls because he felt it was his right. I made sure he'd never hurt anyone again. When I came to, I saw Goto's body. The blood around him had already darkened, his corpse cold. Never again. And let's throw him into the well. Ooh, that's a bad sanity one. I managed to drag Goto to the edge of the well, and with a final grunt, I pushed him in, his body making a sickening crunch on the stone below. Oh. That one was bad for us, and we're we're going insane. Unprofessional and stressed. So I need to keep it from going much lower than this if I can help it. So next time we get the option, I'm definitely going to make another save. Not overwrite that one, and we might even have to take the medicine if there's like some unavoidable sanity losses between, you know, now and later. Anyway, back to Akihabara, where, if I remember right, let's see, serve and protect, I think. Yeah, because we did never again, which was the one where we shoot Goto, throw him down the well, and serve and protect, we tell the girls we've dealt with Goto. So we're actually getting through quite a few of these at this point. This isn't taking quite as long as I thought. It's still a bit of a lengthy process. I've been here for over an hour, but it's not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. I wish they'd let you skip more text. They have certain sections of text that they'll let you skip, but they don't let you skip all of them. Anyway, the next one I have to do is not making any friends. That's the Yakuza thing. So let's make a save right here. And hopefully... Oh, that's getting flickery. Hopefully, I don't have to go back too far from that, but maybe I will. I don't know. So Goto is gone. Oh, you're back. You don't look so good. Goto won't give you any more trouble. And we don't really talk more about that, so nothing interesting there. Now we can go see the collector. So I can't remember if I lose any... I don't think I lose any sanity from here. Okay, so she just mentioned... I kind of wish I didn't skip through that. She just mentioned a line of text. I don't think I can go... I don't think there's a log. Yeah, there's not a log. That she's like, why didn't I notice this the first time before? There's been little bits of text here and there that have been showing up, just like 2 or 3 lines, where it'll be like, it doesn't really tell you anything story-wise important, but it kind of gives the impression that we're revisiting this life, or we're like watching it almost from like outside rather than being the main character. Let's see, nothing here makes sense because the dark doesn't follow our rules. I know this place, I remember it. This conversation, you, everything. What should I call you? Collector never really made much sense to me. Call me whatever you want. Doesn't matter, I've never had a need for a name. I must say, Detective, you seem remarkably lucid. How many times have we had this conversation before, I wonder? I'm not sure. What's happening to me? Have I gone back? I did say we would meet again, but what you've said would be impossible. The world has rules, after all. You did not go back, you've simply come here again. And in doing so, you've finally paid back your debt to me in full. I'm grateful, really I am. You did not disappoint. Only now I know how you want this to play out. This time there'll be no questions, no getting into my head. You won't trick me again. Trick you? How did I trick you, Detective? Whatever this is, the reason I'm experiencing this again is to do with you, doesn't it? You're mistaken. I don't have that kind of power. I only ever tried to help you. You came to me seeking your precious Tanaka, the truth, a girl that you pitied, and hated in equal measures. I gave you a path to all of them. Understanding the trauma of a young girl's mind gave you the lens necessary to see the dark shape. The mask, as I instructed you, was a tool to find your lost Tanaka. No trick. You neglected to mention certain details. They were unnecessary for your progress. It isn't fair. I feel like I'm trapped in my own body watching myself make the same mistakes all over again. Every time I think I've remembered the past and see a way out, it slips away and I go back to the same path I've already been on. I'm afraid the human mind is ill-equipped for such memories. It changes nothing. Every action, every reaction has already been decided for you. The universe, the flow of time, your puppet masters, whatever you wish to call them, have scripted your choices before you even existed. Frustrating, isn't it? One way or another, this has to end. I see, a typical response, and a boring one. Why must everything be tidily arranged into a beginning, middle, and end? I think you're seeing it incorrectly. Resisting the flow and coming back to me is no failure. No, quite the opposite. You must understand there's no right choice that will grant you an escape. All options available to you are merely dissonance, muddying the melody of a song that is already played. Continuing to resist the inevitable final notes is a truly unique talent, an opportunity not many possess. There are no happy endings, Detective. There are only 2 possibilities. Resist or become a slave to your destiny. A slave? What are you talking about? The common Kai had noble goals, but by containing the corruption of the divine they let it breed. The dark has been without a true master for some time. As you know, for now anyway. Something is coming. The dark. Whatever's coming, none of it has anything to do with me. Exactly. Why submit to a fate you are not invested in? Your exposure to the mask, an item wrought of the same energy as the door. It's freed you to new possibilities, can't you see? Tell me, as I've always been curious, how does it feel to remember another version of yourself? Does that Ayami Ito feel like a different person? What if that person is more you than you? No, it's not like that. There's only one of me, even if... This is absurd, all of it. I sometimes wonder if there's an Ayami out there who never found the mask and shot a girl in Kamakura. An Ayami who's happy. Somehow I doubt it. One way or another, the mask ends up with you, and the girl's fate intertwines with yours. You've said yourself that I should resist. What's the point if it's inevitable? What's the point? Lifetimes ago I met another like you. Like you, she was bound to a fate she did not choose, but unlike you, she accepted it. Hatred consumed her and it drove her mad. She lost her humanity. I've devoted my time to understanding your kind, to understanding how these ephemeral creatures came to be of such importance. My advice is this: resist. Follow the flow back to me again. Spend a few final moments as a Yami Ito before you're consumed. I'll make my own path. I don't need you to tell me how to do it. We shall see. I hope we meet again. So that's interesting. That actually changed completely. It changed from us trying to get information about what's going on to us realizing that we're playing through this again. You know, we're going through this again somehow. Anyway, that was kind of cool.